Well, thanks for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony. As I'm sure you probably already know because I'm putting this in a conglomeration video. This is um, Port Angeles Lodge number 69 here in Port Angeles, Washington. And it is a beautiful building. But I did come here unannounced, and there is no one here to give me a tour of any kind. So and I hate that. Part of it is we're just kind of setting up for bingo. And the other thing is, most of their guys that are in the area are actually at their Grand Lodge meeting. But I definitely wanted to throw this in there to show you how beautiful this building is. I'm sure the inside is equally as beautiful. Maybe next time. I think I'll add this video to my other lodges I couldn't get into because I can't always get into all of them. So did I mention they're having bingo? Well, they are. Just what happens, I give them a call back and said, hey, my wife's wanting to come play bingo at this lodge. What time should she be here? And they said, oh, they gave me a time and everything. Then they said, hey, by the way, someone's coming here who could give you a tour. So we are going inside and we're going to take a look at this place. So come on along because you just entered the Coolest Life, Masonic Edition. This is the front door here area as you come through the front door, but this is their nice big room that they're actually playing bingo in now. It is a real good sized big banquet room. They can do all kinds of stuff with this, and they are starting to rent it out a little more to people because they got a big stage up there where the announcer is. It's pretty cool. So this room here is upstairs. They got a full-size kitchen too, include a dishwasher. Oh yeah, my dishwasher at home is my wife. Don't tell her I said that. But they got a nice big room. I love the old accents. This building was built back in 1921. So this is their dining room, and this has nothing to do with the room downstairs, which is where they're doing bingo. And just out here, so down this hall here, they've got a lot of Eastern Star members. They got a strong Eastern Star group that meets here. Here is the foyer room. That's where they would do their sign-in books. I got an extra one there, looks like. They've got extra closets in here for the different groups will put different things. And also there's a staircase down there. These are some of their past masters here. There's tradition here to wear a tuxedo and wear a top hat. Not so much nowadays, but got that option, and nobody would frown upon that if they did that again. The main lodge room door, I'm checking to see if this thing's got a door knocker. I don't see one here. This used to be a peephole because I've seen these before, but it's been sealed up and closed up. Always like the old peepholes. That's a good size knocker there. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like that one. Good and girthy though. Good looking lodge room here. So they have Eastern Star meets here frequently. Demolay boys meet here, and also so they have taken down a lot of the regalia that you would normally see, the staffs that we don't see here. It's like he's got two of these, so we don't see the gavels out. He's got a balcony upstairs. It's like they're wired for sound. That's always good. Every now and then you run into a secretary you can't hear from across the room, and it's always good to have that. You can see the columns here on casters. It's always good to be able to move those around. That globe on top is about the size you'd find in a classroom. Notice in California lodges, I mentioned that they have sometimes they'll put a ship up there. I don't see one here. Not that it's mandatory or anything, but you would sometimes see a ship up that way. There's a celestial globe there. Great condition. Great condition. So there's your charter for Demolay there. You got a strong Demolay chapter here. And just one chapter of the state this past year. It's Eastern Star there. Got a lot of bench seating. Again, this building was built back in 1921. So, but it's got some really nice ceiling work that you don't see a lot of in other lodges. It's really high ceiling too, especially being on a second floor. There's a Good picture of George Washington there. That would be the non-Masonic one. We typically see him with a gavel and his apron on, which I'm sure they got a picture of him right here somewhere. Little baby grand piano. There's your Order Eastern Star and also the Rainbow Girl logo there. Trying to see if there's anything else here. So this is where they would post their colors. And traditionally, from what I've seen in Washington, this will actually light up, shoot light that way upon the equipment. They actually post the colors at the beginning of the meeting. Sometimes the flag is at the back, and sometimes it's at the front. But again, I'm not telling you anything that's a big secret, because it's just posting the colors in a tradition that they do. It's not necessarily their code work or anything. But got your rough asher there in the middle, smooth asher. It's got a D-Malay logo right there. So this would be a place where they would typically put their charter. If it's inside of one of those tubes, they would put their charter there. It's a nice setup there. I like the furniture here. Looks like maybe the master uses this chair here instead, or whoever sits up here. It's kind of hard to sit back here and wrap the gavel when it's way up there. So no telling. I guess they could use it back here if they wanted to. I love the crown molding around that. It matches the other side chairs. Extra lights, typically used through degree work or other things. They'll have different lights that they'll be able to pop on from there. Here's where in most lodges, your secretary is going to control the sound. Sometimes the senior warden will do that, but normally it's the secretary. Of course, he's wired for sound. That's the one guy you want wired for sound. Second guy would probably be the master. But they got a TV here, so they do the degree work. You know, so we didn't see on the walls any of the degree type items that sometimes we see inside of a big picture frame. That's something new. Haven't seen one of these. Yep, I don't think I've seen one of those before. That's nice. Great color. Maybe one of a kind. Let's say Victoria Columbia Lodge number 1, 1979. Huh. Port Angeles Lodge 69. Don't know what the history of that is. So here we got is that D-Malay also? I don't know. Nope. Just a light of masonry. That's a nice depiction there too. Father Time up there. Nolan locks of her hair. Rock quarries. Awesome. Here's a chair for your junior warden. And last but not least, here's where their stewards would sit. As most jurisdictions that aren't in Georgia, their stewards would sit opposite side of their junior warden. And here's their altar. This is actually a large rug that they've got set down here because their hookups, electrical hookups, are way to the outside. Typically, they use those for Eastern Star. My guess this thing probably opens somehow. Yep, it feels like it may open. I'm looking for Masonic logos on the side, and I don't see any there. At least it matches everything. That one there is going to match your senior warden one there. It also matches the banister, so it's all in really good condition. I like these old school sconces too. They don't make them like that anymore. They just don't. Sometimes I'll see these and they'll have Masonic writings. They'll have some Masonic writings, but this one does not, as you can tell by that picture. But there's another Rainbow Girls there. I'll go there. Good looking altar. Good looking lodge room. All right. Oh, and I didn't spot this until I was about ready to leave. Check this out. It's a dinger box. Yeah, Masons know what that is. It's really old. It's got some age to it. I like it. It sounds perfect though. So if you're ever way north in Washington, north central, kind of halfway between Seattle and the Pacific coast, come over here to Port Angeles. It's a really beautiful city. Across the bay there is Victoria, Canada. So you want to get a chance to go there. This is Victoria, right? Yeah, Victoria, Canada. So get a chance to catch a ferry over there. lots of interesting things that go on here in town, especially being a large port city. Sure these brothers will welcome you. You even play bingo if you wanted to, certain days of the week. So come visit these brothers at Port Angeles Lodge number 69 here in Port Angeles, Washington. I'm gonna let you go. Be sure to like and subscribe because I need to get back out here living the coolest life, Masonic edition.